Why are we here? Well, you maybe remember bullet point number 1 from the last 2 sessions. We're going to explore in more depth our BAPs, our biases, assumptions, prejudices, and stereotypes. Why in each session? Because from my experience, those BAPs don't go away. We'll continue that process, not just in our time together, but hopefully as a lifelong pursuit as professionals providing top-notch services to the people here at West Central Communities Action. Were there any aha moments or insights that you gleaned watching this particular video about understanding white privilege better?
I think when one of the gentlemen said that he was backed against the table and had nowhere to go, I think of a lot of our clients that come in on a daily basis that literally, truly have nowhere to go. Thankfully, my amazing team helps build them up and support them because we are their only hope at housing, at finding somewhere that they can lay their head that night because they have nothing.
That's your superpower as an agency, and you exercise it daily. Thank you for that. Other insights, any aha moments?
Well, Heather said this earlier, but just acknowledging humanity. We're all human.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you for that. Name some ways that we could choose to help them feel more welcome here. And I'm guessing there are ways you already do that, but some thoughts?
We do. We have open ears to listening to their story.
Yeah, every time they walk out, thank you for listening. Like how many people actually just listen to them? Whether we can help that minute, that day, that week, thank you for listening.
Quick question here. How and why do you think it's important for folks in your line of work to be aware of your privilege when you enter into those conversations and interactions? Why is that important?
I think not to upset our clients because, I could say, well, can you stay with your mom? I'd be able to stay with my mom or my friend or whatever, but they might not have those options because of our privilege versus theirs.
Respecting the life situation of each individual. Thank you, Allie. Beautiful.
Anyone on Zoom want to add anything?
Go ahead.
In regards to the one where, making people feel comfortable coming into our office, just kind of backtracking. I know for our ALEC office, even somebody before they talk to anyone here, we've got our welcome sign that says, all sizes, all colors, all cultures, all sexes, all beliefs, all religions, ages, types, and people. We have our pride flags and our DEI statement painted on the wall. And I think that right there is just kind of a welcoming gesture as well for anybody.
Authentic allyship, you guys can follow along. It's an obvious or genuine attempt to transfer the benefits of privilege to those who lack it. Sincerely advocating for marginalized people and supporting them to achieve social change, which is beneficial for all involved. That's our technical definition. Scott and I were discussing this before class started. These definitions, these working definitions, I would really challenge you to look at yourself in the mirror and use these definitions for yourself. These aren't definitions, especially the allyship piece, where you call somebody out or call a coworker out, because it can be very barrier building, if you will, and defensive. The white fragility may start to manifest itself as if you start defining other people's behaviors. But the authentic allyship comes with, my word for the day is intentionality. So you really have to be intentional about how you use your influence, how you use your privilege to support those in societal change and group conversations, and how you can shift and balance some of that influence.
Well, and like Heather just said too, I don't think that we can be true to the the allyship we're just talking about, the authentic piece, if you aren't yourself. Do you know what I mean? What you had said about having on your website or flyers or billboards, all these different colors and ages of people, like the Pepsi commercial using you know, a transgender person and all the hubbub that's caused. You can have all that stuff, but if you really aren't doing that, it's just surface work.
Standing up for marginalized people will require that you move out of your comfort zone. There's a lot of being intentional, but also being uncomfortable. You will not move. So I talk about going into Lake Latoka as soon as the ice goes out, your feet on the beach and then into the water, and you get more discomfort the colder, the deeper the water gets. We're not making movement unless we're uncomfortable. We talk in our office about growth mindset, and we've got a lot of people that physically take care of themselves. They go to the weight room, and if you're not going in the weight room and you're not sore the next day and you don't see those improvements, it's because you're not challenging yourself and pushing you to the limits. The same work goes for this and the intentionality with your allyship relationships.
There is a sound when you switch from being on a paved road to being on a gravel road. There's that crunchy sound that you suddenly hear. And as a child, where I grew up, that sound of the crunch of the gravel meant Dad was home. And so I would rush down the stairs, go to that cement driveway, and meet him. And Dad would inevitably have his igloo cooler, the kind with the red lid where the ice screwed out, and my job was to clean it out. And on a good day, there's a treat in there that I got when it was cleaned out. It was either usually a zebra cake or one of those nutty bars. So if you said my dad was compassionate and generous and loving, absolutely that would be true. And on a regular basis, over the weekend, you might see him as drunk, violent, and abusive. So if you said he was that would also be true. And so I think this is really important for the work that you do, for the lives that we're all living, this journey that we're on. In any given moment, we might be inclusive, and the next moment, exclusive. We might be racist, and we might be anti-racist. And I know for myself, I'm all of that. There are things going well that you are all doing well in the area of DEI at West Central, Minnesota Communities Action. I want to lift those up. So I want you to maybe pause for a moment and think about what things you're like, I'm proud that we do this. I'm really proud that we do this. And also then share something that you're grateful for.
I just am proud of the fact that we treat people with kindness and respect. And I'm grateful that we have staff and we very purposefully hire for that. You know what I mean? Like we purposely hire for people who are accepting of culture, accepting of income, accepting of race, I mean, all those things. We try to get that out of an interview, and if that doesn't align, if those values don't align, you're not gonna really like it here.
I feel left out because I'm the only guy. So, like,
I'm backing you up.
thank you.
There is a man there.
But no, when I first was coming here from Elbow Lake, it was like, oh boy, I gotta watch my P's and Q's. Because different transactions from everybody is different, like, oh, I hate him because I hate my husband, or, stuff like that, But I came here and I actually, best group ever,
You like hating on girls.
Yeah, he likes being with us.
They're not typical girls because they're drama. It's a big bunch of people. It is.
Are you saying we got a lot of drama in Elbow Lake?
No, I don't discriminate nobody.
It sounds like you have perceptions about what a typical girl is.
Yeah.
This is
Absolutely.
Well, and in his defense, so he came from a different department where he worked mostly with guys. There were some gals in there, but his day-to-day, all the time stuff was pretty much with guys. So it's different than, I'm sure.
All drama there. No,
Different than when you come here, and we have a lot of women here.
yeah,
Yeah.
With no drama.
but no drama, yeah.
So drama-free.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't like drama.
I'm going to send a document to Heather that she'll email to you or maybe make copies here in the office.
Sure.
So that you can read this. It's about 2 pages. That'll kind of jumpstart the conversation. You should have a Inclusion Network evaluation form. Just a couple quick questions and checks would be helpful, or circles and comments. We take your feedback very seriously, and it helps to shape our future programming. Thank you to everyone who came today, and bless you in the work that you do. It's so vital to our community and the people you serve.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.